Firstly, thank you so much, Rajat sir, for all the information that has been spread and shared with all the students here. And now I welcome and request our next speaker, Mr. Ankush Koravi sir, to please proceed with the next topic.
Hi, folks. See, I want this even my what I say about my journey also to be interactive. So, quick show of hands. How many of you have know what to do with your life? No, it's a simple question. What to do with your life? How many of you are clear about what to do with your life? Yeah, fair number, fair number. See, for those who know, you're already one step ahead of everyone else. But those who don't know, I was in the same boat about a couple of years back. 4 years back, when I was in my final year of engineering, mechanical engineering, although I had worked on a number of projects, ranging from agricultural projects, we had even made agricultural drones, 4 years back that was a new thing. Precision agriculture. We had built projects for the photography. We had built projects in the robotics sector. We had built projects, during my 4 years of engineering, I mean to say. We even, in the first year itself, we even built a product in fact, for photography sector, for one of the competitions, which we actually sold to the college itself after the competition. We sold it at about 4 times the profit, 4 times the cost that it took us to build it in the first year itself. I mean, we had a fair share of projects that we worked on in engineering. And of course, in our region or in our college, we didn't have anything related to UAV drones then. So I actually founded and I led a aerospace aero modeling club in our engineering college in Hubli. Today it is All India champions in SA Aero Design. Although we had, what I mean to say is, I had worked on all these projects, all these domains in my 4 years. Yet, at the end of my 4 years, I was still unclear. There I was standing, unclear what to do next. That is when, defense has always been a part where we wanted to contribute in. See, I myself, I'm a nationalist by heart and an engineer by passion. Combinedly, I couldn't find a better opportunity than defense to actually give back to my country, being an engineer. That is when I searched, I pondered over what are the pressing issues that our forces face? What are the pressing problem statements that our armed forces face today, 4 years back? I realized that Indian Army had been in search of an assault rifle from last 10 years. An assault rifle, you must have at least heard of assault rifle. Games and everything has popularized it. The assault rifle is a primary infantry weapon of Indian Army, any army for that matter. And yet, Indian Army was in search for a replacement to its outdated assault rifle from 10 years. Yet, although many foreign companies, many foreign OEMs presented their weapons, trialed their weapon in India, but none of them could satisfy our army and their requirements. Very challenging, very big problem statement, yet against odds, I took that as my final year project. Against odds. It was tough convincing the college at first, but over time, they had to allow me. I mean, they were quite supportive in that regard. So I took up this project. I wrote a simple letter to the government of India, the Ministry of Defense, that I am a student of so and so, and I have worked on these concepts. I need your permission to visit Army base. I got a permission. I visit with the permission of Army Design Bureau. I visited Army bases, Army installations all over India. I interacted with the new hundreds of soldiers there. Try to understand what was the issue with the current assault rifle. What was the issue with the current service weapon, and what they expected with the new service, new assault rifle. Of course, I fiddled and I disassembled the weapons that I got hold of in the army bases. I studied them. I tried to understand what is wrong, what is good, what is bad. With that, I came up with my own design, and without any manufacturing facility of our own, without any resources, Without any help from outside, we built our own working prototype, which was successfully test fired in DGQA, defense firing range. So with this, from till now, I was all working alone, But I knew that if I had to go farther away, I had to have a team. That is how Astr Defense came into being. Astr meaning weapon, as in Sanskrit. So we in this journey, we actually encountered another problem statement that was pressing. Most of our police forces, most of our armed forces, even today, use a World War II era semi-automatic pistol. The semi-automatic pistol is the primary defensive weapon of any force that you take. You could take any state police forces, any armed forces. Yet our forces were using World War II era antique pieces which proven unsafe and unreliable in field conditions. So with that problem statement and with input from serving and veteran officers, we actually designed India's first indigenous pistol, Atal, for the forces in 9mm caliber. We also got a chance to actually present our weapons to the Honorable Prime Minister in 2020 in Lucknow Defense Expo, wherein we got to showcase 2 of our innovations to the Honorable Prime Minister himself. See, all these products that we have developed, all these innovations that we have developed, one should realize that this is being done for the first time in India. The assault rifle has been made before by the DRDO, but in private sector, no one has done it. We have been only importing that. In a pistol, not even DRDO, not even government agencies, not even private agencies have done it. We have been just importing as it is conditioned from Europe or US or Israel. So when we were actually, last year we had this defense exhibition, Defense Expo in Gujarat, Gandhinagar, international defense exhibition, about 1,200 exhibitors from all over India, all over world, in fact, displaying their defense weaponry armaments. And we were standing tall there because amidst all the foreign imported weapons from US, Israel, Russia, or even the Arab countries for that matter, we were standing tall with our 100% Indian weapons, 100% Indian designed, developed, manufactured weapons, all in Hubli, Karnataka. I, in the previous session, actually heard a couple of questions, and I would like to relate some. See, Hubli, we all know it's a tier 2 city. We would have been, we could have been much more comfortable if we had set up our startup or company in some city like Bangalore or Pune. Many of you come from tier 2 cities. Even I come from a tier 2 city like Hubli. Yet, I didn't, against the odds, against the general trend that is followed, we set up our startup company in Hubli. We are building that ecosystem, in the process of developing this defense products. The defense products are all new. Then again, making the defense products also is a challenge because the machinery, the equipment, the process, everything is not available in India. We don't have that ecosystem, unfortunately. So in the process of building these products, we also had to build this process also. And today, if I have to say, today we have multiple contracts, 4 years down the line. If I look back over the decision, a small decision that I made in my college, in my final year of engineering, if I look back, today we have multiple contracts from various forces, from DRDO, including one recent that we got from Indian Air Force. We have been awarded by Indian Air Force to develop an anti-drone solution which will be deployed in the borders with the forces recently, about a month back. So Indian Air Force will be we had competed against 1,200 companies, 1,200 startups, companies, MSMEs all over India with our proposal. And we came on the top and we won this contract purely on technical basis. And in the next couple of months, our system, the systems made in Hubballi, Karnataka, made in a tier 2 city, like where you come from, would be deployed in the borders. We are at the verge of batch production starting in a month. So if I have to say, it all began with a single step. It all began with a simple resolve and a big dream. And we are here. So if I have to give a suggestion to any of my young friends here, because I am not much old, I am about 26 years old, just turned 26 3 days back. Uh, so if I have to give a suggestion to my fellow friends, fellow colleagues here, I would say one thing: know the why part. Generally you know what to do, generally you know how to do it. Maybe you know you want to become a software engineer, you want to become an IT engineer, you want to become, excel in maybe biotech, any field. You know how to do it also maybe. You know the skills to acquire, you know the degree or the education that you need to acquire, that you must be knowing. You might even have thought about the company that you are going to be joining in, or you are going to start up. But the main thing that you should remember, the main thing that needs to be clear to you is why part. Why? Know your why, and no one can rob you of your dreams. Know why you are doing this. See, Apple, anybody, why is not making money? If you are answering why you are doing this, that is not making money. Making money is the result of it. Making money is the byproduct of it. But you should have a strong reason why you are doing this, why you are becoming an engineer. Because although like I said, in my final year, while I was unclear what to do, but I had a clarity over time, although not in the initial, that why I was doing engineering, why I was doing this. Today, if I am asked why I am building defense products, why I could have chosen something much less complex or much simpler products, I have a why reason. So my advice or my suggestion, I wouldn't say advice because I'm quite young to give it, but my suggestion to my fellow friends is know your why you are doing this. If Google was doing it purely for money, Google would haven't been in the number one position. So if you actually study Google's, Google is a very common example, that is why I'm quoting it. So if you study why Google is doing what it is doing, you could say it is democratizing the information. It is making information available to all. What is Geo doing? Even before Geo, we had companies that were already into this space. Why Geo made that revolution? Because they were knowing why. They wanted to penetrate the roots and they want to penetrate every meter of India, every kilometer of India. So know the why part, and you can excel, and you can win over your whims. Thank you.
अंकुश, थैंक यू वेरी वेरी मच. कल बोला गया कि भारत की भविष्य युवा पीढ़ी के हाथ में है. अभी डिफेंस इज ऑल्सो इन द युवा पीढ़ी. कैन वी हैव अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू यू यूथ?